Captain Skyhawk is an overlooked gem for the NES, and should be in every gamer's library. Here's why. There is a lot of gameplay variety. In some levels you are trying to destroy a base, others have you delivering supplies, and others change the gameplay completely. As you can see, the viewpoint is rather close to your plane, so unlike most other games of this type, you cannot move higher up on the screen. In place of this, the developers added the ability to adjust your altitude. Your F-14 VTS normally flies at the highest altitude, but as you bob and weave, it starts to descend. The levels are littered with obstacles, so you need to try and stay as high as you can. You get credits to spend on weapons after each level. You can upgrade your main cannon so that it fires faster, or buy lock-on missiles for the dogfighting stages, or spread missiles for the overhead stages. There are also bombs, but they are pretty useless. In fact, you really only need to upgrade your cannon. Most of the time the controls work fine. The only problem is that with so few buttons to work with on the NES gamepad, Rare had to make the select button serve a dual role. If you move left or right while holding select, you perform a barrel roll. On some stages you can adjust your speed, and this is performed by pressing up or down while holding select, so you often end up barrel rolling into a mountain when you just wanted to slow down. Since the barrel roll isn't that useful, they should have just left it out. The overhead stages are designed to look like they are made of polygons. It is an interesting look that gives the illusion that the NES hardware is more powerful than it really is. The game can also move surprisingly fast when it wants to, and despite having a lot going on screen at once, there isn't any slowdown or flicker. There is very little variety in the sound effects, but the explosions are satisfying. The boss music is good, while the other music cues are fair, but most of the time you are playing without music. Shooters are notoriously difficult, so in comparison Captain Skyhawk is pretty easy. The average player isn't going to blow through the game, but it won't take too many tries to finish. According to the manual, aliens have secretly invaded Earth, and are siphoning the planet's energy from 4 bases that they have placed around the globe. What kind of energy isn't specified, but in a few days it will all be gone, and then they are going to blow up the planet with a super laser, which is kinda pointless when you think about it. They already have what they want. Why waste the considerable energy it would take to destroy a planet? Anyway, once the people of Earth finally notice that aliens have somehow managed to secretly land their military forces and build bases around the world, the nations unite to defeat their common enemy with overwhelming force. No, actually they send one guy in a modified F-14 to take them out by himself. And they make that one guy buy all the missiles and gun upgrades himself. Meanwhile, scientists are trying to build a neutron cannon for your ship. Apparently it's the only thing capable of destroying the enemy space station. For some reason, these scientists are in the Middle East, working in underground caves, deep behind enemy lines. But unlike Tony Stark, they can't make do with just a box of scraps. You have to deliver supplies to them. Twice. Then later you have to rescue them. Twice. But they are in a completely different area than when you delivered supplies to them. And even though they have apparently been captured by the aliens, they are allowed to keep their half of the neutron cannon. You blow up scores of alien war machines, presumably with alien pilots inside of them. Despite a few flaws, Captain Skyhawk is really fun. Play it!